It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Thursday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. On this, the 31st day of October 2024, coming to you from a unseasonably warm Bedford County, Virginia. It was a little cool during the night last night, not as cold as it's been, but it's going to be up near 80 today. So, and there's a lot of this weather up and down the East Coast. Today's show, of course, is brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and by chilliescruises. All right, today's headlines. First of all, we're going to have some breaking news here in just a second, folks. Breaking news from Hot Air Tom. The lead story in the news portion of today's show is Regal Princess cancels a second cruise. Also this morning, Disney Treasure's on her way. Could Mobile add another cruise line? Princess mourns a loss. Delays possible in Galveston. Shore power coming to Seward. And lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Of course, today is Halloween Day. So we're not going to do any special day other than Halloween. If you're going out trick-or-treating tonight, have fun. Take the kids, get lots of candy. One thing, and I pointed this out several places online this morning, if you have candy around the house, whether it's there to give to kids that come to your door, or if you've taken in a stash and brought it back home, make sure your dogs and your cats don't get anywhere near chocolate. It's really bad for them. So, just saying, try to keep the chocolates away from the pets. All right, in 1941, when the money ran out, work stopped on the giant sculpture started by Gutzon Borglum at Mount Rushmore. Even their Borglum's designs included a more complete sculpture. The mountain sculpture in the Black Hills of South Dakota remains unchanged since this day in history. So, and by the way, folks, this is probably the only space in the world this week that you can come and not have to worry about political crap, because you're going to find none of it here. Either side, I'm not making any side one way or the other. We're just no talking about politics on this channel. None. Zero. Probably for the next couple weeks, but that's neither here nor there. If you're listening via the podcast, you're always welcome here. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, all the big guys. TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, any of them. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. If you're listening via a podcast, you ever want to jump over to the video feed to see an interview or video clips or pictures that we're using on that day's show, there's always a link in the description of the podcast, so you can do just that. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, I have some breaking news from Hot Air Tom. Now, this came out early this morning over there in Richmond. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says short pump is getting Shake Shack. And that's a little picture of Shake Shack stuff. This was, he pulled this off of Facebook. All right. Now, there's a backstory behind why it's breaking news and Shake Shack coming to short pump. Short pump, by the way, those of you that aren't around Richmond area, Short Pump is like a suburb of Richmond. It's built up in the last, 25 years or so to 30 years or so. It's got a bunch of restaurants all over the place, several shopping malls. It's right off the interstate. It's really hard not to go to Short Pump at some point in time. I try to stay out of there when I go to Richmond. But now, with a Shake Shack there, I may have to stop. Here back last month, if you recall, Hot Air Tom and I took the train from Boston to New York City. And when we first got into New York City, we, of course, got off the train, got our luggage, and we rolled, I don't remember, 8 blocks or 10 blocks or whatever it was, to the Intercontinental Hotel. And that first evening, a friend of Hot Air Tom's that lives out on Long Island rode the train in and met us. And they were going to go get something to eat. So they decided to go to Shake Shack and just grab it and bring it back to the room. Well, I was fine with that. So I had them bring me back a cheeseburger. Man, that was a good that cheeseburger was so good. The next day, I made Hot Air Tom go back and get cheeseburgers again. So I'm looking forward to a Shake Shack that I'll be at somewhere near that I can stop by and get another cheeseburger. That's how good they were. Who would have known that I find a cheeseburger in downtown Manhattan that I fell in love with in a fast food. I mean, I guess that's considered fast food. I don't even know. But anyway, so that's the backstory on the Shake Shack. Coming to Short Pump. Let's see, what else is okay? Down at the bottom, you see something that says bookayt.net/MSC. So let me tell you what's important about that. I've talked a little bit the last couple of days about us doing a group cruise to Alaska on the MSC Poesia in 2026. So we thought that we had, we got the approved contract back, what we thought was the approved contract for our group. Now, MSC has some strange rules. So we thought, okay, this is now ready to go, and these are the prices and, the benefits from the groups, which isn't much, quite frankly, but still, there's a little benefit to it. Well, come to find out that was approval of the quote for the group. They still have to approve the contract for the group. It's the same damn thing. Somebody else has got to put their stamp of approval on it. In the meantime, Nate went on and put up the week before's cruise. So on the website. So if you go to, that address down there, bookayt.net/MSC. I guess that's /MSC. All right. That's not, anyway, /MSC. That will take you to the week before. Ours is gonna be on May the 25th. I mean, we assume. I'm not announcing anything. We're targeting May the 25th. So I think it's 7 days before that. So that will be on May the 18th. Okay. But it'll give you, it's the same cruise. It'll show you where it stops. It'll give you some idea on the prices. Now, a week difference, there's some slight difference in pricing than it was on the second week. This is that we're actually going to be on the third week, and there's some reasons for that because we want to make sure that they've got everything together so we have maximize our pleasure on this cruise. So anyway, you can check it out. And I think you're going to find some just dandy prices. I mean, when you're talking balconies at $1,200 a person, when all the other cruise lines are $2,200, $2,500 a person for balconies. I mean, that's awesome. Just awesome. Decent price on insides and ocean views as well. I'm tickled with it. Now, the one drawback is this is not the most solo-centric cruise that I've ever done. I'm hoping that that's going to change and hoping that perhaps as we go along, it'll get better. But right now, for solos, it's not that great. But still, let us quote it. Let us get in and figure out what we can do. And we'll see. So anyway, that'll give you a chance to go check it out and be ready for hopefully tomorrow. What can I say? I was hoping it was going to be today when we could officially announce that cruise and get started on it. My recommendation is if they don't come through by tomorrow, hell, let's just start booking it and not worry about booking a group. Just book it. I got some people interested. I want to get it on paper. What can I say? The other thing is, folks, this is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter show today. I'm not really cutting corners that much, except I've got to haul my butt out of here after the show, and I probably giving myself time to process. And I have to go to the dentist. Yeah. So I got a dentist appointment this afternoon. It's actually 2:00. So I have to be outside by about 20 after 1 to get the chair loaded, strapped down, and all those things that I have to do because I have to have the wheelchair to get into the dentist, and then from the waiting room into the torture room, and so anyway, but that's coming up. All right. I'll be back with some news, guys, after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. All right, we're going to start the news portion of today's show right now. For the second week in a row, Princess Cruises has canceled a Regal Princess sailing from Galveston due to ongoing technical repairs. The latest cancellation affects the November 3rd departure, which follows the October 27th cruise that was also called off for similar issues. Princess Cruise Line issued a statement explaining, due to ongoing technical repairs, we've made the difficult decision to cancel November 3rd sailing from Galveston. It also read, we understand how disappointing this is for our guests and are truly sorry for the disruption to their plans. We are providing full refunds along with a 25% future cruise credit as a gesture of goodwill. Princess said the repairs will be completed soon and are optimistic that the November 10th cruise will depart as scheduled. Princess, what about the folks that have had to cancel airlines at the last minute and hotel accommodations? That's 25% future cruise credits, not that much of a gesture of goodwill. The Disney Treasure has officially begun her transatlantic journey from Eemshaven, Netherlands, to her new home port in Port Canaveral. She's scheduled to arrive at Port Canaveral on November the 12th, where 1,555 crew members will join the ship for final preparations ahead of her first cruise. The inaugural 7-night round-trip voyage sails on December 21st, 2024. Looking for a zero solo supplement? Here's your one. Voyager of the Seas 4-night cruise sailing from Port Canaveral on November 26th. Solo prices start at $431. Double occupancy is only $475 per person. All you have to do is call or text me at 434-258-9264, and you can join Gary, Older Than Dirt, Katie, and Angela on Voyage of the Seas, November 26th. Mobile, Alabama is talking about bringing another cruise line to the southern port as demand exceeds the terminal's capacity. Carnival Spirit is currently the only ship that sails out of Mobile, and the terminal has a limitation that city officials want to solve. Adding another cruise ship will require adding parking spaces. The current terminal has 500 parking spaces, selling out quickly. Even when the smaller 2,000 passenger Carnival Ecstasy sailed out of Mobile, the parking lot was always full. With the growing demand for cruising, city leaders are planning to add another 250 parking spaces so that another cruise ship can accommodate it. The plan would add another 2 levels to the parking garage. This could happen as soon as 2025. According to city leaders, several cruise lines have already contacted the Mobile cruise port, expressing interest in coming to the city. The main obstacle has been parking capacity, a problem the city intends to solve soon. The unnamed cruise line would be coming in 2025 and another in 2027 if Mobile City Council agrees on the parking terminal at the next meeting. Princess Cruises is mourning the loss of the voice behind the famous Love Boat theme song. Jack Jones passed away last week in a hospital in Rancho Mirage, California. The Grammy-winning singer was 86 years old. Introducing the Model R 4-wheel urban mobility scooter with a small turning radius and rotating front wheels. Wheel allows you to effortlessly maneuver in tight spaces. The 4-wheel Model R with exceptional stability and comfort. The Model R automatically adjusts speeds during turns. Slim and compact design. The Will Model R has a reliable all-day driving range and a portable lightweight battery for charging. You can navigate tight indoor spaces like restaurants. Model R has easy disassembly and convenient storage. She can conquer urban terrain and rough surfaces with ease. Durable frame built with high-strength aluminum. Stabilizer and suspension provide stability with a spacious flat floor design. Wherever you use your wheel, Model R 4-wheel scooter, you'll have a smooth ride. The Lone Star State is hosting the 23rd annual Lone Star Rally motorcycle event in Galveston from today through November the 3rd, with events across the city's historic Strand District and the Seawall. Hundreds of thousands of bikers and motorcycle enthusiasts from around the country will descend upon the town of only 53,000 people, and the city will be closing roads. Due to the expected traffic, 500,000 people attended the rally in 2023. Carnival Cruise Line is alerting passengers of potential delays when heading to the Galveston port to catch upcoming cruises during these dates. Carnival Breeze is scheduled to sail today. This is the first day of the rally. Carnival Dream and Carnival Jubilee are scheduled to sail on Saturday. Carnival Miracle on Sunday. A $45.7 million grant will enable the Port of Seward to install shore power technology for cruise ships by mid-2026, moving the facility toward its zero emissions goal policies. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency grant means that shore power will be the cornerstone of Seward's new $137 million cruise port, the so-called Port of Tomorrow, announced in March 2024 that it will include a 68,000 square foot terminal and 2-berth floating dock able to accommodate 2 large ships simultaneously. And they'll be able to hook up to shore power. All right, cruisers, this is a fabulous solo deal sailing December the 11th for 10 days on the Norwegian Pearl from Rome to Paris. Zero solo supplement. Solo cabins with taxes and port charges start at $755.39. Double occupancy starts at $755.39 per person based on 2 people in the cabin. Free at sea is only an additional $506 for the entire 10-night cruise. Ocean views start at $11.95 per person, and the same for double occupancy, of course, times 2. Norwegian Pearl sails December 11th from Rome to Paris. Call me 434-258-9264. All right, guys, that puts an end to the news portion of today's show. Let's jump over and see who's in the chat room. Oh, by the way, Gretchen, if you're here and still in the chat room, I need you to send me your email address. Somehow my system ate your email address. I had to catch it last night, I think it was. And I don't have your email address anymore. It's not where it's supposed to be. Okay, so see who's in the chat room. January says hi from X. Kenneth's with us. Good morning, Kenneth. Todd. Hi, Todd. There's Mike from the other side. Morning, Mike. There's Katie. Katie's working. Good morning and happy Halloween to everybody. Mike says happy Halloween. Kelly, a New Yorker in Mass. Good morning, everyone. Good to have you with us. There's Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your email, Gretchen. I thought it would be in my memory, too. Yeah, no. So when it ate it good. I mean, I got your phone numbers and all that stuff. Your address. Yeah. Can't find your email address anywhere. Let's see. Katie says going to be 84 down there today. Well, it's not going to get that warm here, but it could well get to 80, which 80 and, this time of year, that's pretty warm for Virginia. Bob's with us down in Tennessee. Hi, Bob. Gretchen says it's going to be 80 in Ohio too. That's, we're not used to that for Halloween. There's Hot Air Tom says hello to everyone. Gretchen says, are you on location, Tom? No, not yet. I don't believe. I think he's still in Richmond. Yeah, that was Gretchen. There's Gary Older and Dirt says hello to everybody. And there's M's with us too. Good morning, Emily. Hot Air Tom says, I checked the Poesia cruise in 2026 and didn't see what everyone was saying about a great price. It is 2 days less than my 9-day Joy cruise, and I have an aft balcony, which is only a couple hundred. What? A couple hundred more on aft balcony on Joy Joy was way more expensive. I'm not sure what you looked at, Hot Air, to see the price. Because let me see if it has the aft balcony on this. Pricing. Now, what we have up is the Aria Premium Suite. It's $2,000 per person, but the Fantastica balcony, a regular balcony, is $1,179. To me, I've not seen a Norwegian that was that kind of deal. So anyway, hopefully we'll get it and see what it is. Katie says, Gary, I sent you a friend request. Yes, Gretchen, on location. No, you are on location today. You're on your way to Florida? I mean, to South Carolina? I didn't think it was, yeah, maybe. Let's see. Carrie says he'll accept after the show. My friend lives in the Bronx, one exit south of M in New Rochelle. Yeah, I didn't remember the Bronx. Shake Shack is popular out here in New York. People love it. We have one here in White Plains. Man, I tell you what, Katie says we have a Shake Shack too. I love their cheeseburgers. That's all I care about. You know, I'm like, what was the guy's name on Popeye that ate the cheeseburgers all the time? That's me. I'm built a lot like he was too. What was his name? Wendy or something? I don't even remember. I'm too old to remember stuff like that. MSC has a few glitches in the itinerary. It had a May 11th departure from Seattle with a return on 10/31, a time machine. Where are you seeing that, Tom? Anyway, you know, that's not correct. Katie says, bummer, I'm still in school. Funny, it's a 7-day cruise, but has 9 days on the itinerary. Day 8 in Victoria, 5/18. Day 9 in Seattle, 10/30. What? Oh, then that could just be a typo going in. No, that's not what we have on our website. It has 18 sail from Seattle, 19 day at sea, 20 Ketchikan, 21 Icy Strait Point, 22 Tracy Arm, also 22 Juneau. So they're doing, they get into Juneau at 2 o'clock. So Juneau from 2 to 10 and doing Tracy Arm at 7 in the morning on Friday, the 22nd. 23rd is the day at sea. 24th is Victoria. And the 25th is Seattle. Now, that's the week before our group. I'm assuming it's going to get all approved and everything, only ours will start on the 25th, the next cruise from Seattle. So I'm not sure what Hot Air Tom is looking at. So I think Chillie better pay off our cruises before the dentist sucks up another $5,000. Yeah, no, don't worry, Hot Air Tom. That money is safe, drawing interest. Not a lot of interest, but it's drawing interest. And it will go on there in time, in plenty of time. You don't have to worry about that. It's not that I don't have the money. I just don't want to give it to them yet. Yeah, for our epic and breakaway. I know exactly what hot air Tom means. Oh, a little bit on both, not much on either. Man, I got the money sitting there. I may stick a payment on it now. It's the first again on both of them. We have plenty of trick-or-treaters arriving later today. We won't have a one. We haven't had a one here in 20 years, maybe. So I don't even think we have any candy in the house. Because none of us eat candy. None of us need to eat candy, that's for sure. Katie says, I must never get trick-or-treaters. At my condo, I make little bags of candy for the kids. I know. Very nice, Katie. Gretchen says, ours was Saturday, but we gave out candy and at our oldest son's house so they could both go with the kids. Very nice, Gretchen. How many people are booked on MSC Poesia? Nobody yet, Emily. We don't have the approval to book it. So, and it just opened 2 days ago. So, nobody. At least I have nobody yet. Gretchen says, okay. I hope Chillie's computer enjoyed the email for a filling meal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm hungry now from looking at that thinking about that cheeseburger. I'll DM you in Messenger. Thanks, Gretchen. And Todd says, Wimpy. That's it, Wimpy. Thank you, Todd. Glad somebody's got a brain. Gretchen says, Wimpy. The guy in Popeye that used to eat the cheeseburgers, Gretchen. I'm built like him. If you remember Wimpy, he was a kind of a pudgy guy like I'm pudgy. I'm more than pudgy, but that's neither here nor there. Todd says, we are getting a Buc-ee's truck stop in Michigan. Wow, that's sweet. Now, I've stopped at Buc-ee's along the way. You know, when I drive from here to Florida, I pass by a couple of them. And it's not something that I have near me. So, you know, I've stopped at them a couple times. I've gotten any more that I try not to stop during the day other than to go through drive-ins because it's a pain in my, to get out, unload the chair, get in the chair, go inside, come back out, have to reload the chair, then get back in it and go. And it's just, I try to stop as little as possible. I make use of fast food drive-thrus. I just received a funny T-shirt plus a huge lion picture and frame. Nice. Parking lot always looks so crowded, though. Yes, it does. All right, guys. That's going to wrap me up today. I'm going to get this thing processed real quick. Thank all of you guys for being here. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, take this as my invitation to do so. And I'll see everybody back here, same time, same channel tomorrow. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. Hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody. See everybody back here tomorrow at 11. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.